Hey, it's James here from GoodGuitarist.com, and in today's lesson, I'm going to show you an incredibly easy and useful strumming pattern that'll teach you to play with feeling and dynamics. If you're just getting started, or even if you've been playing for a while, one of the most important things is your rhythm. There's other important stuff too, like chord switching and accuracy, but when it comes to expressing yourself, rhythm is the key. So let me show you what I mean. First, I'll play a common chord progression this way. Now I'll do the exact same motions, same chords, but it's gonna feel different, like this. And I'll do it one more way, same chords, same strumming pattern. Simply by adjusting a couple things, things that a beginner could totally do, I'm able to express 3 different feels using the exact same components. And these are the kind of thing that make you sound musical. And as far as those components are concerned, the chords and the strumming, if you want help with that, I have a free ebook. There's a link down below, and it goes over all the basics and even comes with a series of free video tutorials that'll help you build up those skills. There's also a worksheet on my Patreon for this lesson, so you can follow along with it at your own pace. Anyways, let's get started with the pattern that I'm playing. It goes like this. So I'm playing down, 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 up. And if we go beat by beat, we have 4 beats. On beat 1, 2, and 3, there's a downstroke on each of those. And then on beat 4, there's a down, up. So you could even think about it like you have 2 different components. You have either a downstroke or you have a down, up. You count steadily, 1, 2, 3, 4. And on each of those numbers, you either put your downstroke or your down, up. So let's just try it that way. I'm gonna be muting the strings here, just so we don't have to make a chord shape. Just get that sound. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you need to, you can break it down further. You can count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that'll help with the down, up. That way the down is on the 4 and the upstroke is on the and you can do it as slow as you need to. You can go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just keep doing that over and over again until it's comfortable. And this is actually a good time to break out your metronome. I'll set it to 60. You count on each click. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Then you add the motions to the counting. You go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If that's too much for you, you can slow it down, or you can turn off your metronome and just go at your own pace, counting it out until you can play along with the metronome. So metronome aside, that's the first way I do this pattern, with a flat dynamic. Everything's nice and even. All the strokes are the same volume. I like to imagine the tambourine on any Motown or even a Beatles song. Just pretend that I'm playing tambourine, just like, nothing's emphasized, just down, up the whole time. So try it a bunch of times in a row, and then we can try it on a really simple progression. We're just gonna switch from G to D, and remember, you can pivot on your 3rd finger between those 2 chords. And if you want more practice with that, there's a video tutorial. I'll put a link to that where we just switch between G and D, and it's part of my ebook, so I'll put a link for all that stuff down below. Anyways, let's try it out between G and D. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch to D. So we're doing it 2 times on each chord. to D. Next, I want to take the second downstroke, the one on beat 2, and change that to a root strum, like this. So I'm just strumming the thicker strings of that chord shape. You know, when I put it into the pattern, down, root, down, down, up. It kind of gives us like a bass note, you know what I mean? It's the lower end of the chord shape. And if you're doing it on a D chord, the lower end is around here somewhere. But don't worry about hitting the particular root. We're just aiming for that general zone. You still want to be nice and loose when you're strumming, you know? So let's just try that on G a couple times, going down, root, over and over again, just those two strokes. Down, root, down, root, down, root. Once you're comfortable going down, root, we just add the down, down, up, you know, add the rest of the pattern. Try it at your own pace, slow as you need to go, going down, root, down, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you're having a little bit of trouble with that, you can just go back to step 1, just to down, 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 up. And once you're comfortable with that, we can start making these alterations, you know, and the worksheet will help you build up, because the whole point isn't to get through it. The whole point is to get through it at your own pace, you know, and make sure that you're getting something from it. Anyways, in regards to dynamics, the root is quieter than the other strokes. So it creates some contrast between beat 1, which is a normal full volume downstroke, and then a quiet stroke on beat 2 with a bit more bottom end in it. And then once again, a full downstroke on beat 3. And we really hear that beat 3. It really stands out, you know, because there's a contrast between beat 2 and beat 3. And this actually creates a bit of a halftime feel. Now, you're welcome to try that going from G to D. We'll do it a couple times, but I want you to first practice it on the G chord till you're comfortable. But let's try it anyways on G to D. 3, 4. Finally, we're going to go back to our first pattern, down, 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 up. And we're going to accent a couple beats. You know, the root stroke was bringing the dynamics down. Now we're going to bring them up with an accented stroke. And an accent looks like this, by the way. So we have accents over beat 2 and beat 4. And before we try playing that, let's count it out a little bit. We're going to count 2 and 4 louder. We're just going to count out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now let's play an E minor chord this time. We can try our pattern like that, going 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's it, you know, nothing too tricky here, just the same pattern played in 3 different ways with a completely flat dynamic curve, you know, everything's just completely even. And then with a root strum on beat 2, which brings the dynamics down, it emphasizes beat 3 a little more just due to the contrast between the notes and creates a halftime feel. And then finally, accenting beats 2 and 4, which gives you like a train beat, like a country beat. And I recommend practicing each of those patterns over a single chord shape and then trying it with a simple progression like from G to D or whatever it is that you're comfortable with. And we touch upon this topic and many more in the simplest way possible in my complete beginners course. So if you're interested, I'll put a link down below for that. There's also my free ebook and the worksheet on my Patreon. Otherwise, have a fun time practicing, and I'll see you soon.